The latter half of the 20th century hosted changes in human rights and technology that affect all global citizens to this day. Here are a few of those individuals who have made a difference.
Hello, my name is Rosa Parks. You might say I stood up for my rights. You also might say I sat down for my rights, that I didn't stand up, that I stayed seated in the front of the bus. That is called civil disobedience. I went to jail for my refusal. I also started a one-year boycott, which eventually resolved to an equal rights for all. I'm proud of that fact. I'm also proud of the Medal of Freedom that honored my life and my courage.
Who is curious and paints with strokes of raw humanity? You know, my dynamic paintings are a puzzle. I, Georgia O'Keeffe, am like the flowers that I paint, blooming, popping off the canvas like turtles popping their heads out of a pond. After I had taken many art lessons, I decided to come up with my own way. Signaturizing my artwork will be hard, but I already had an idea. After my husband died, I moved to New Mexico and started painting reckless poppies, elegant skulls, and bones. When I brought the paintings back to New York, the people were amazed because they were always stuck in the city life. Swerving, curling, dazzling colors, that's how I paint. I was striving to be a unique artist. Would you turn down my work?
Who was the youngest president and who had fought in the Navy. He was stranded on an island after shipwreck during battle. Even injured, I swam while driving a fellow shipmate to safety. Announcing and launching the Peace Corps and the Alliance for Progress, I strongly believed in building a positive relationship with our friends abroad. I am John F. Kennedy, vowing to struggle against the common enemies of man.
Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. The title of my book startled everyone. What would this world be like without the song of a meadowlark or a mockingbird? I wanted to open the eyes of the world to the deadly dangers of chemical insecticides like DDT. Once my book was published, many people were angry with me, saying that because of my book, people were dying of malaria in Uganda, and saying that my research was wrong. I was appalled by the injustice and unfairness of their words. After a lot of convincing, people finally believed me and took what I said into consideration and got concerned about nature like me.
Mr. Story was in 7th grade in 1962 when over his school's PA system came the exciting radio transmission between myself, John Glenn, and Mission Control on Earth. I was the first American to ever fly in space. Such a thrill. Today, at the age of 92 as a retired U.S. Senator, I can remember fondly of waving to the planet Earth below. It was a view that no American had ever seen.
Just because I've been jailed over 20 times, does that make me an outlaw? Imagine a poster with these words: wanted, dangerous civil rights activist. Wanted for having the audacity of being a freedom rider. Wanted for having a dream. Wanted for getting poked in the chest with a letter opener. And all I wanted was my rights as a human being. I never thought having a dream could be so hard.
It was my children who first gave me the idea to write realistic fiction. I could imagine my name on a brand new book, Betsy Byars author, but what to write about? I thought about writing a book where a girl sleeps in a dumpster, or a child going to a neighborhood pool in their underwear, or a boy who breaks into city jail. I gained confidence as all kinds of kids began to read and enjoy my own works. Winning the Newbery Medal? A dream come true with Summer the Swans. You should read it. You'll like my books.
Have you ever had someone come up to you and say, "Doesn't Maya Angelou live nearby?" I live about 6 blocks away from this theater. I spent my whole entire life as an actress, producer, director, poet educator, civil rights activist, writer, singer, and dancer.
My poetic words are like a blizzard that can never be stopped. Growing older has only made me stronger and more creative. Check me out on Tyler Perry's and Adia's Big Family Reunion.